Alright, beautiful day. Wildcat Bluff. Yeah, it is about 50 degrees, no wind, sun shining. Yeah, you're not gonna get any virus out here. Great place to train, great place to run. Just putting in the miles. It's not very often in the Panhandle of Texas that a windmill is not pumping water, but the wind is just barely turning that windmill. Beautiful day. Man, it's a great day to be outside. Awful beautiful outside to be locking yourself indoors. I was nowhere near it. So, talking a little bit about DNFs. If any of you saw my video on Mid-South double, my bike broke down with 8 miles to go in that race, and I walked it all the way in. And made a comment during the race that I may DNF someday, but it's not going to be today. My thought process has always been that DNF is a mindset. I think if you ever let yourself do it once, that you'll keep doing it. I'm not saying that medically it's the smartest thing to do, but I always just tell myself before every race, no matter how long it takes, we're finishing this race. A cool DNF story that I have is last year I volunteered at the Leadville 100 trail race, and when the 30-hour cutoff hit, I mean, they start breaking down the finish line, taking things apart, and I could see someone way up at the top of the hill. And I walked up there to see who it was, and it was someone who has a YouTube channel named, the YouTube channel is called Ultra Trailblazers, and he was not going to make the 30-hour cutoff. And he ended up finishing, I think, right at about 31 hours with pulmonary edema, which is basically having blood in his lungs. But he didn't quit. He made it all the way, went to the hospital, fully recovered. He's fine. You can watch his YouTube channel now. But that showed me just one more step to not letting yourself ever quit. And I think that one of the most important things you can do when you do these long endurance races and you challenge yourself with these very tough things is you decide at the starting line, no matter what happens, I'm crossing that finish line. And that mindset will help you finish and help you have that sort of attitude during any endurance event. Now, I'm not saying that that's for everybody. If lots of people have the philosophy that if it's not their day, they'd rather quit. before they hurt themselves, and so that the next race they can do better. And that's fine. That's your belief. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying I'm right, but I'm saying for me, I don't ever toe the starting line without already deciding in my head that we're finishing no matter what happens or how bad. When I ran the Powder 50K in October, I knew I'd done something to my hip in the 3rd mile. There's a big descent there at Powder Canyon at the lower Comanche, and I was running really hard downhill and just hit funny and felt a big pain in my hip and knew something was wrong. And I finished the 31 miles, and then come to find out a week later that I had a crack in my hip. So maybe not the smartest thing that a lot of people will think, but for myself, it's just the attitude that I'm not going to quit. If I start a race, I'm going to finish it. And you saw that a lot at Mid-South. It was very inspiring to see some of these people carrying their bikes for ridiculously long time with all that mud. I saw people finish in 12 hours that normally would finish in 8 hours. So they spent 4 more hours out on the course just to make sure they finished. But very inspiring stuff. So hope you guys are out there training. One thing's for sure about this quarantine, everybody's got time, and it doesn't, spread any virus by getting out and running by yourself out in the open air. So enjoy. I'm gonna go get me a run in right now. All right, see you guys.